morning, everybody. This is a pickup bus which will become bus number 43, but not yet. There are people here who go on various tours with Ha-Nevi'im today. We are all heading to a meeting point on Mount Scopus. That is where the tours will start. The meeting point is a coffee shop. There's a terrace there. On the terrace there are tables. The tables bear numbers. Big numbers in either or on either blue or white sheets of paper. I'm going to read out your names and tell you what tour you're going to take today, who your guide is going to be, and what table number you need to look for. Now when I read your name, please say yes. Don't just raise your hand, I can't see. Missing in action נמצאים באוטובוס 392 661 הם באוטובוס. אני יודעתי שהם לא באוטובוס, הם כן באוטובוס. כן.
יש גם, בסדר, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 בערך. זה יכול לעשות סיבוב.
יש פה 15. צריכים להיות 15. אני יכול לחצות את הכביש?
כן, כן. תעבור, דני. سجين مسكوبية هنا. محمد؟ هذا مسكوبية، سجين مسكوبية هنا. هذا سجين.
يابا رد عليها مش فاهم.
Sorry?
What church is this one over here?
What?
To the right?
What?
What church is that? Or?
Yes, I don't know what the name of the church. This is, I think, Moscow's church. Moscow's church. And this is a jail also. Moscow's jail.
تحكي؟
Okay, what church is
ايوه شو بتحكي؟
كل شيء هذا في الكنيسة.
And this is a jail.
But that is a church, mosque church, Moscow's church. This.
Good morning, everybody. This is a pickup bus which will become number 43, going to Masala and the Dead Sea, but not yet. There are people here who go on various tours today with Ben Hayim to a meeting point. We're going to a meeting point on Mount Scopus from where there is a great view over the city of Jerusalem. The meeting point is a coffee shop. In the coffee shop, there is a terrace. On that terrace, there are tables that bear numbers. There are big numbers, not small numbers, big numbers on white or blue sheets of paper. I'm going to read out your names, tell you what tour you're going to take, what table number you need to look for, and who you guys is going to be. This is going to become bus number 43. So the people who need to look for table number 43 eventually will be on this bus. So when we get off the bus at the meeting point, the people who need to look for table number 43, you can leave your stuff here, but take yourselves off the bus, go to the meeting point with you. Okay? So when I read your names, please say yes. Don't just raise your hand, I can't see. תעלה עדיין, כי אני לא יודע אם הוא פה, אם הוא גמר, ואם הוא לא גמר.
אני פה, אני אחכה כאן.
זה מתי.
ברור? ברור?
כבר נמצא פה מישהו, אמר לי ויסם ללכת, סע.
יאללה.
סע לסיטי.
Inside information.
Yes. It doesn't hurt.
Really inside books?
Claro, porque al final lo que digo, que quieras o no, ¿qué vas a hacer? La Coca-Cola, ¿sabes? El mayonesa y todo eso no tiene nada.
לקראת
אז
הסתם.
אני לא צריך לקחת בגרנד קוד, אני נוסע. אני פתאום רואה את ויסם שמה. אם תגיד עוד פעם סליחה, אני חושב שהיום יום כיפור, אז... מה? אז שיהיה במפגש, מה אכפת לי?
Me han dicho que, bueno, me han dicho, no leí ayer en Twitter como que tiene que ir para la rehabilitación.
16. לא 17, אחת ירדה, ושאלתי את המשרד, למה הורידו אותה? היא חצי יום בית לחם. הורידו אותה על ירושלים בית לחם עם תומר. אמרתי, למה הורידו אותה? היא יכלה לעשות בית לחם יריחו. אמרתי, מי הנהג? חשבתי אוחיון או איציק, אבל לא. אז היא לא איתנו, יש לנו 16. והיא איתנו? איך? מה היא מדברת? מה זה חשוב? כולם הגיעו? חוץ ממנה? חוץ... טוב, בסדר, אני עכשיו נוסע למפגש, אז מה אכפת לי אם יציג שמה, שיהיה? נכון. למה, אתה ברמקול או מה? הנהג שלי זה יעקב. לא אמרתי, בסדר. יאללה.
זה חסן?
חסן, כן.
חסן. על הכיפק חסן. התקשרתי אליי, הייתי מבסוט, אמרת אנחנו ביחד. חשבתי.
לא. אני צריך להיות בבית בגן עד 6:45. כי אנחנו עושים ביטוח לנסיעה ובשביל הביטוח אני צריך מכתב מרופא שאני יכול לטוס לארצות הברית, שאני בריא, שאני קוקו, שאני קוקוריקו.
אתה רוצה להביא לך תעודה מהבן שלי. כללית.
זה צריך להיות מרופא משפחה.
גם הוא רופא משפחה.
כן, אבל שלי.
שלך.
כן, אל שולר. עם מי אני מדבר? איזה מיכאל? לא מכיר כזה. כן, אני אפילו אמרתי לו שהוא נמצא עם איש שמנגן בתזמורת נהדרת בירושלים. וואלי, אתה הפכת להיות יקם מושלם. עוד 2-3 דקות, 4-5.
3.
אוקיי, ביי. שמת את השלט?
כן.
בין הרים ו-43?
כן, 43, ובין הרים, הצד
ודצי, למה שמה הבוס יהיה שמה, אז הוא
מי הבוס? חזן? איציק שמה?
כן. לא אמרתי לך, הוא אמר אל תגיד. אז לא אמרתי לך, אתה לא יודע.
אני יודע.
Aquí, macho, cálmalo, ¿no? Igual iba a Sonora, pero como no creo que lo diera ninguna, probablemente no esté con ella. Eso como a ver, tío, si sale antes. Yo este verano me gustaría escuchar, por si sea. A ver, sí, yo creo que lo vendría también, ¿no? La bonanza, que lo que tiene antes, creo, de 3 añitos, 4 que tira. Pero que traigan algo ya, tío. Si empiezan a tener que la Champions está a la vuelta de la puta madre, se falta algo de ella. Igual que las mismas personas en la agenda, ¿sabes? Y como se da pues yo qué sé, por ejemplo, uno antiguo, digo, o sea, las dos vas a triunfar, vale, sí que pero ya está, al final de que se mueve antes también, no va a quedar como el 31 de agosto que ahora.
טוב, אין אוטובוסים, לא כולם פה.
תעמוד אבל לפני זה.
מה?
תעמוד עכשיו לפני זה.
אני רוצה לעמוד בצד שמאלה.
צד שמאל?
כן,
למה?
יותר טוב.
The bus will come to a halt in a few seconds. Everybody please will get off the bus. The people who need to look for table number 43, you can leave your stuff here. The rest of you take everything with you. Leave nothing on the bus. Please forget nothing. It will be very difficult for you to retrieve things if you forget them here. All right?
כן, כן.
אני יודע, יש לנסוע.
צדק קודם.
חלקה קומראן, חלקה גאליה.
ויש לך, איך קוראים לך?
מוחמד.
מוחמד. וכמה אתה?
12.
12. תגיד מה זה, רגע, אתה ירושלמי?
כן, כן.
לא לומדים עברית בירושלים?
לומדים, רק הוא לא שם זה בראש. הוא לומד בבית ספר.
שמע, אני מדבר הרבה ילדים, היום לא יודעים עברית. זה הורג, זה כואב לי. זה כאילו... בסוף אנשים לא משתלבים בחברה, אנשים לא מדברים. תגידו שיסגור את הדלת רגע.
בסדר, נצא, אין בעיה. הוא לא בוטו. בסדר גם, אין בעיה, אני יכול לצאת, אל תדאג.
לא, שיסגור.
לא, הצגת ביד, נעים.
كهرباء يابا
نعم شو بحكي؟ قلت لي ليش بعمل شمراني؟ كنت سموه هذا بس مش حاطط في الرصاص. كان لا المفروض كده. يجب خلية على اليمين.
אין אף אחד אוטובוס.
Okay. Good morning, everybody. My name is Omri. Yes. And welcome to one of the greatest tours that we have in the company, the Masada Dead Sea. And here's why. Masada has been announced as a UN heritage site because of all of its remains. Its natural structure, the view, the lookout that you have from there, it's stunning. All of that together and the history of it make it a very unique site. And then we have, of course, and then after that, as I said, we're going to have lunch. We're going to a place that it's like a buffet that you choose whatever you want to eat. There are several options. They can tell you about it. If you want to eat in the lunch, you can. If you have your food from home, then you can use their table. It's not a problem. And I know there's people here that, a group of 5, I got your voucher. That's about that. And then we're going to go to the Dead Sea. And the Dead Sea, it's my favorite sea in the world. Only because that it's so nice. You can float. It's chill. You see like the big desert and it's a big lake. It's something that it's heavenly. It's just it's exciting all your senses. So it's always fun. And of course, the water of the Dead Sea is really healthy. It's really good for you people who have different kind of skin disease and things like that. They sometimes prescription to go to the Dead Sea, and the minerals and the salt is very good for them. Why am I telling you that right now? When you will go to the Dead Sea, when you go out from the Dead Sea, you will touch yourself, you'll feel like a newborn baby. Okay? That's how nice it is. And you can float. And my biggest tip to give you guys is if you go inside, if you go to the deep enough until you don't feel the ground beneath your leg, you can still float vertically. You can run in place. That's an amazing feeling. Try it. That's about that. By the way, on the where I told you was built on the west, that's the Hebrew University, that's the university in Jerusalem, which is a really good. If you get accepted to there, that's like really good. Anyway, just for me to know if it's your first time in Israel, please can you raise your hand so I can understand? We do have majority. Yes. That's good. That's good, guys, and I'm happy, guys, that you're here with me, and I'm happy you choose to visit the Holy Land. there is a lot to see here. Like 2 months is not enough. There's a lot to see here, and I'm very happy for that. So first I want to talk a little bit about Israel, about Jerusalem, and then we'll talk about itinerary about the Judean desert, because we're going to go drive through Judean desert, the famous ancient road between Jericho to Jerusalem, and then we're going to go down through the Dead Sea, which is mean that when we're going to drive, you'll see from your left the Dead Sea, but don't worry, because when you come back from the side, you'll see it from your right, so all bodies going to win. It's not, yes, it is amazing. So my name is Omri. As I said, we have our driver here, Jacob. He's here with us for the whole day.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Yes. And יש לך מים פה?
זה מה שרציתי להגיד לך, 5 שקל או $1?
יש לך?
כן,
אוקיי.
יש.
יש לך סלסלה לשים פה את ה...
כסף, כן, בסדר, אין בעיה.
סבבה, בסדר, אחר כך.
5 שקל או $1.
כן, בסדר. היום צריכים לשנות תקים ממש. So we're going to drive through Jerusalem now. We're going to a tunnel. You'll see it in a second, and then you'll see all of a sudden you'll see desert, like immediately. That's crazy because we're here in Jerusalem, up in the mountains, about 800 meters above sea level. By the way, the Dead Sea is about 440 meters below sea level. So we're going to go like this now. Like a roller coaster. We're going to go down. So what happened here? So first of all, Jerusalem is a big city, as you saw. The small, you look to your right, you see the old city over there, okay? You can see the corner of the northeastern corner of the old city over there. You can see the wall. So it's only 1 square kilometer. 1 square kilometer. That's the size of the old city, about 0.65 square mile. That's not that big. But guys, 42,000 people live there. 25,000 of those are Muslims. 8,000 are Christians. You have extra 2,000 Armenian Christians in the Armenian quarter, and you have about 5,000 Jews. The quarters are not the same size, of course, and there could be Jews living in the Muslim quarters, Muslims living in the Christian quarters, and so on. So it's not 100% that, But that's the capital of Israel, Jerusalem, 1 million people. So if Jerusalem has 1 million people, how many people, in your opinion, lives in Tel Aviv? Yes. 500,000. 7.5 million. 3 million. Okay, so 500,000. Okay, so in Israel we have about 9.6 million people total, and 7 million of which are Jews, with Israel defines them as a Jewish democratic state. And the big minority that we have here is Arab, but not all the Arabs are Muslims. We have 2% of Israel is Christians. Most of them are Arab Christians. If you'll go to the old city, you'll see Christians. They look like Muslims. They speak the same language. They have the same culture. But they go to the church. Okay? Those Christians are Christians that stayed here since the beginning of Christianity, when the Roman Empire became Christian back in the 4th century. They stayed here. In the 7th century, the Muslim, there's a new religion called Islam that spread out, and they conquered from the Saudi Arabia Peninsula the whole Middle East, including North Africa. If ever since everywhere North Africa is all Muslim. So in the 7th century, they spread all the Middle East and North Africa. And as time goes by, the majority of the people in the land here was Christians, minority Jews. And as time goes by, they become converted to Islam. אתה יכול להנמיך אותי קצת? להנמיך אותי בבקשה? להנמיך אותי ברמקול. קצת. זהו, בסדר. Better? I guess. So today we have 2% of Israel is Christians. We're talking about 180,000 people in Israel. And now in Jerusalem I said 1 million, but in Tel Aviv, good? You hear me in the back? Okay, perfect. So in Tel Aviv we have 475,000 people, which is great. You say that's not a lot. Tel Aviv is the economic superpower house. All the emphasis there is like what an international city of Israel, right? It's really cool. Well, it's a metropolis, and Tel Aviv has suburbs. Like every other city has suburbs, but in Israel, the suburbs of Tel Aviv only other cities that they grew too much, they touched it. Almost none of those cities have open space to build new neighborhoods. So you have this one big metropolitan, it's like more than 2 million people living together, that if you open Google Map or Google right now, you'll think it's like, oh, it's like a one big city, but actually it's not. So we have debate about uniting the municipalities. It's something we debate about, even on a lot of things. But that's what happened in Tel Aviv. Tel Aviv was founded in 1909 as a neighborhood of Jaffa. In 1921, they become their own municipality, and it grew up. So I really recommend you guys to walk around Tel Aviv, Jaffa. That's a very nice area. Now that's about that. We're driving now, and suddenly we see a desert. There's a desert starting here, right? That's very, very weird. Why is that happening? So welcome to the famous Judean desert. In the Bible, we're going down toward Jericho. We feel that we're going down. And you'll feel your ears trying to pop because and we go on the famous road to Jericho. Now Jericho is a city that's scholars, by the way, tell that this is one of the first cities in the world, about more than 10,000 years ago or something like that. We found the ruins of an ancient city. I don't know if it's called Jericho back then, but in the Bible it's been known as Jericho. And Jericho has been famous because that's the first city that Israelites conquered when they entered the promised land and when they crossed the Jordan River. Joshua. Now, do you know what they had to do in order to break down the walls of Jericho? Yes, they did. Yes, they surrounded the city 7 times. 7 times they called the horn. Now, if you don't know what a horn is, it's the horn of a deer. It's called shofar. We'll see it. I'll show it to you and I'll try to really that then. But if someone here can do it, then you're more than welcome. And they call it, and the walls went down. And that's the comfort under the first city. Sure. They continue onward. It might be a really interesting story because if you need a tour of Jerusalem, you probably heard that the Holy Sepulchre, the Holy Tomb of Jesus, all the facade, all the church is still built by the Crusaders in the 12th century. So when they came to Israel, it's something unique because in 1095 the Pope said, over the second said, let's stop fighting between ourselves, our European countries. Let's unite it and free our Jesus too. It's been too long. And they have they decided to unite power, the UK, the French kingdom, and the German tribe, and they sent 50,000 and first aid, ASAP, to someone who is needed. Right, that's the obvious. But there's another equal level to that story that I want to touch it. So let's tell the story first. A person walking down path, walking to Jericho here on this road, and all of a sudden, a group of robbers came in and they stole his camel, and they stole his clothes, they stole his wallet, and they beat him up and they threw him back on the side of the road right here, probably down this mountain, this hill here or something, and he was hurt without anything, like really bad. No one should ever have this experience. And then Jesus said, and then there was a priest, because in the temple we have priests that work for God in sheep, right? Everyday Jew will look about the Masada, doesn't have to do much to keep Judaism. The priest works for every temple. He went down also and he saw the guy and he's like, probably another junkie or poor guy, I'm just gonna go to the other side of the road. So he went on the other side of the road and keep walking like nothing happened. This thing happened when a Levi of the people helped to the priest inside the heaven. They have different kind of missions inside the temple and they help the priest. So he went down also, he saw it, and he also went to the other side of the road. But when a Samaritan person comes here, Samaritans are Jews that separated Judaism during the 8th, 7th century BC. He saw him and he helped him. He gave him new clothes. He took him to the next stop. He paid for people to treat him, to feed him, to give him whatever he needed. So that's like the good. That's the good thing. That's a good thing that you do as a person when you see someone in hell. But actually, what he's trying to say is what happened in the first century. You know what? Different historian. The Jewish people in the first century were really, really separated into different groups. Some groups believed that the priests in the temple do the wrong thing. In the Bible, they don't read what the Bible says. They work out in the wrong way. Some people believe in afterlife, while other people don't believe in afterlife, creating this big changing in mindset in Judaism. And as a Jewish people, we only need to have one mindset. So we start to fight between different groups, and we're so divided that different people try to lead revolts or lead thousands of people to try to live in a new way, or like, it's a time that people were so separated that it was a good soil for someone to take charge, to show us the right way. And we know from the New Testament there were several people who did that, and Jesus was the person who made it work, because if you listen to most of Jesus' teaching in the Galilee, in Jerusalem, you'll hear that most of that is how to treat your other people, rather than what is the relationship between man and God. Less than that. It's also talking about that, but more about the relationship between people, which is more important. It doesn't important the fact that you're a priest and you're a very high status in society. It doesn't mean that you're a good person. You can be a really bad person and still have this good status. What is life like that? It's really bad. If you serve in the house of God, you must be a good person. Okay? So that's kind of the things that it had, and what kind of the thing I try to teach. First of all, you have to be a good person. Doesn't matter what is your status in the society. So that's about that. Now, if you have any questions during the tour, please ask about the tour, about Israel, about myself if you care. Please ask, because then other people can hear the answer and everybody can be happy. And yeah, learn more. So we are going to have about 45-50 minutes, something like that, to Masada. I'll be back on the microphone soon.
אתה רוצה לעצור בסיין לבלב על יקקים אלו לא צריך?
כן.
לעצור שם,
כן.
הגענו, זה שאלתי אותך.
כן, אבל זריז, כן.
לפעמים יש מדריכים לא עוצרים, יש מדריכים עוצרים, בגלל זה שאלתי אותך.
כן, אני אוהב לעצור שם. זה נותן ערך מוסף.
אם אתה רוצה מים קר, אל תשאל לי. תדע עם קודם תיקח. בסדר אומרים?
בסדר, תודה.
לא אמרת להם על מים.
אני אגיע שהם ירדו. sea level point. So what people usually do here, they take a selfie with the sign, the sea level, and from here we only going down. We keep going down. But the second thing I like here, there is a camel here, so you can do a selfie with them, you can pet them for free, everything for free. If you want to sit on a camel for picture, it's 5 shekel, okay? You really should, it's great. It will be here for 5 minutes.
West Bank, right? From
back also Gaza Street, but we left. We kept Gaza Street as street for that. Anyway, that's the first piece. It wasn't that war piece because there are nations around us. They don't really like us because they're part of our world. I was in Egypt. The government is easy for the government. It's like for creating the government to have peace with Israel for obvious reasons. Of course, airspace, not many told to be here, trade, whatever, relationship to the US, a lot of obvious reasons. But the problem is that the relationship with the people, which is more important in my opinion, because I like to love people in Egypt, I like them. But they united with the Arab idea, and that's a problem for both parties to address in the future. Anyway, as time goes by, we started to try to have peace with the Palestinians within the West Bank because we didn't annex that. Jordan, however, before yet annexed the whole West Bank and give them citizenship. Only the UK and Pakistan recognize this annexation. They did that because the King of Jordan wanted to be the king of all Arab nations in the area. Because after the First World War, the Arab people here, after 400 years, under the Ottoman Empire, they fought to get independence again, like back then, like in the first millennium. There'll be like one Arab kingdom, including Egypt, Libya, Saudi Arabia, Jordan, Lebanon, and the king of Jordan and the king of Saudi Arabia were fighting who will be the king of this. They didn't get into war, but they were arguing who will be the king, and they wanted to control as much more people, so he annexed this area. The king of the Jordan, since he was inside with the legacy of Muhammad, wanted to be the king of the whole Arab. That's another story for you time. And we started to visit with the Palestinians inside of the West Bank, the West Authority, because we can't annex that, because we try to be a Jewish country. Only like now we're 73% Jews, we want to keep our Jewish majority, otherwise it's not going to be a Jewish majority state anymore. And that's the problem, because that's the only Jewish state. So what we try to do is to give them that kind of autonomy until they build their own state, but we need the West Bank here, and including Gaza. So what you do is you need to do step-by-step agreement, because it's smart. You can't do one of everything. You have to accept about Jerusalem, you accept about refugees, you accept get into agreement with territories, what they can and can't do, what the currency will protect them, military or police. Like, it's a lot of more issues. So it's smart to step by step. We started step by step. The first step we gave them the big cities, split it into split the West Bank area that the municipality of the Palestinian Authority, which comes to the authority, to give services to the people in the big city, and as time goes by, we'll give them everything equal cooperation on both sides, right? Jordan saw that and joined the peace agreement. So we do have peace with Jordan since October 1994. That's exactly when I was born. So all my life we have peace with Jordan, which is good. We do not have peace with Syria and Lebanon. More than that, they are defined as enemy state, which is good. For example, if I go to Syria, they'll shoot first, but if I'll manage to come back here, I'll go into court because I want to be enemy state here. I'm not allowed to. The same with Saudi Arabia, Libya, Yemen, Iran, Iraq, they're all enemy states. And they're dangerous for Israel now. The same way with the big cities in the West Bank, Ramallah, Nablus, Bethlehem, we're not allowed to go there, Israelis. I can't go there because I'm a tour guide with a group, like that's an exception, I can go there. And when they see me, no one will kill me there because I give them tourists, I give them money. Okay, they see me, they understand that. Okay, like, they understand that. So when I have my license with me, I'm not afraid when I'm inside because I'm with the group and everything's okay. So that's more or less about that. You can learn more. There are geopolitical tours. You can do geopolitical tours in Israel and you can learn about both sides. It's very interesting. I can tell you just the bottom line. It's extremely complicated. I think it's extremely complicated. But that's for you guys to discover. Now you can see on the left, you can see Jordan, the country Jordan, state, the kingdom Jordan, the king. So actually we see here start to see the that symbol, see it very close to Paassen, the border. We and Jordan share the Dead Sea. The border goes right between those Dead Sea. We share the Dead Sea together, and we share the Jordan River, of course, together as well. So we can see almost drain it all until the level that they're just water pollution everywhere and they can so much. So luckily in the last 17 years we have built a prime desalination plant in Mediterranean, and 80% of the water in Israel is that water. What you're going to see, again, is water, it's desalinated water, which is really good for it because we use really high-tech desalinated water, being inspected by the Israel Public Health, added the right amount of